Well, greetings out there once again, horror fanatics. And you know, I had thought I'd officially approach the gates of hell reviewing at IHOP, but I think I've actually gone a step lower. I'm at Applebee's. Just broke a couple days ago via Twitter, social media, that they have a $1 vampire drink themed for Halloween, so how could I resist? So here we are. Now, according to my friendly bartender, this is just a mix of passion fruit, orange, Madeira, and a house rum, with, of course, your plastic vampire fangs. So we're gonna give this a try and see if it is worth the hype. Well, it's about what I'd expect for a buck. It's not offensive. It's got a kind of sweet sour flavor to it, but you're not tasting any rum. It's just all these fruit juices. This is what I would call a kid-friendly drink if you're into that kind of thing. Not exactly scary for Halloween. Yeah, a little too sour for my taste. But, I mean, when you're going to Applebee's, you're not exactly expecting the 4-star experience. I really am a glutton for punishment this month, aren't I? This is probably just another case of diabetes in the class waiting to happen. But certainly I would not discourage you from trying it if you're all curious. It's an inexpensive drink, and if you're looking to get loaded, this is not going to be what you go to. You're going to want something else. But until next time, I hope you all eat, drink, and be scary and enjoy. Or do you? Actually, I lie, folks. I'm sorry. I truly am. I really did not mean for that review of the drink to be as rushed, but obviously Applebee's is not my favorite place to be, and I managed to get in there early and beat the dinner crowd. I kind of wanted to get out of there before people came rushing in, and it got too noisy, like what I had to deal with in my Applebee's review. But just to give a little more in-depth the drink, as I said initially, it's a very sweet and sour flavor. The sweet drinks just don't do it for me. Maybe they do for you. Maybe you got a sweet tooth, but and this one was particularly weak, which is pretty much what you'd expect for a buck. They're not going to go heavy-handed on the booze. And I tried to press the bartender for details, but she was not forthcoming. She would not say what kind of rum they put in that. Definitely not something on the higher end of the spectrum, I'd have to say. We're not talking Captain Morgan or anything like that. She just referred to it as house rum, whatever the fuck that means. But really, it's just fruit juice. There was nothing to it. No real potency, and I mean, hey, maybe you like that. Maybe you like a more watered-down drink. You got to drive, after all, but for the spirit of Halloween, I prefer to go crazy. And I must also apologize if I'm looking a little gaunt, but I am getting over some bronchitis here, which is also why my voice is a little off. I may cough or sneeze a little bit. I do apologize for that as well. But the reason I'm picking this video up from the comfort of my lair is because there's one more thing I had to tend to. I want to unbox my horror pack. This has actually been sitting in my home for a while now, about a week. I had meant to do it last week, but I've been phenomenally busy, which is also why I did not have anything up October 1st. I'm going to be honest, I've been very sad for the last couple days at how unexcited I've been. October is the center of my year, but I've just been so busy, and I've been driving myself into the ground, so I have not had time to really get worked up. But things are starting to move now. I'm going to have a chance to recharge the batteries. I will be going to the New York Comic Con for one day tomorrow. I expect pictures on my Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. I certainly hope to meet some fun and interesting people, and maybe plug my feed a bit, so we shall see if we get any growth. Anyhow, I just want to give a shout out also to Mr. Meathook, who also introduced me to this. He turned me on to Fright Crate. I had heard of it, but I'd never tried it, and he gave it a thumbs up. He also turned me on to this. So, this is a monthly subscription service that sends you horror, Blu-rays, DVDs, whatever you choose. It is on the pricier end of the spectrum, I won't lie to you. So, I only signed up for a short-term subscription just to give this a shot and see what it's like, so expect more unboxing videos to come. So, without further ado, let's get on to our Fright Crate. Fright Crate, I'm sorry, horror pack. will get the hang of this eventually. Alright, so here we have our nice little baggie. Ooh, we have Dead Mine. The legend of Yamashita's gold allures a group of treasure hunters deep into the Indonesian jungle. Once they are trapped in an abandoned World War II Japanese bunker. Yeah, I know they occupied the Pacific and the Philippines. I don't know that they made much inroad in Indonesia. They face the terrifying reality the only way out is to go further in. Combining fast-paced action and horror, Dead Mine features an international cast that includes The Raid Redemption and Fast and Furious star Joe Taslim and an army of mutant samurai warriors. I've already seen Zombie Samurai in the very tail end of Evil Dead: A Fistful of Boomstick, the better part of 20 years ago. I fucking love that game, by the way. But nonetheless, I will give this a try. Oh. Oh, please, they can't be serious with this title. The whole... This had to be intentional. There's no way that this was a coincidence. They did this on purpose. Let's see here. Smart, scary, and full of perverse dark humor, Scott found us LL Weekly. Oh. Already you know you're in for it. Director Joe Dante, 1 and 2, Inner Space, The Burbs, Small Soldiers is back with a scary new tale that would give you goosebumps. When Dana's little brother Lucas moved from the city to the suburbs, they're in for a big surprise. Along with the cute next-door neighbor, Julie, Haley Bennett from Marley and Me. Oh, now you're really reaching. They unlock a trapdoor to a mysterious hole in their basement. Once opened, long-buried secrets are unearthed, and the three must confront their darkest fears in a fierce battle for survival. And this has a picture of what looks like Doc Emmett Brown and an evil clown. So, yeah, already I'm looking forward to this one. Ooh, now this title just screams quality. Hilarious! And it doesn't even come with a description. A very important film, Lunch Ladies featurette, directed by Shayna Weber. Oh, baby. Now this is the kind of crap that I really live for, just this really obscure B-grade schlock horror. And I do have multiple levels of schlock, which you will hear about in future review videos. I'm working on that, trying to perfect the method. So we shall see. Sorry there, a little thing came up on the screen. And aha, this one I do know, and I will confess I actually kind of like. American Mary. I've seen this on Chiller before. I think I saw it on Sci-Fi. I refuse to call it Sci-Fi. The Sci-Fi channel died out a long time ago. It's Sci-Fi. But, I mean, this is not what I would call a great movie, but I like the originality of the concept. And I dare say the sheer ballsiness, you know. I mean, in this, particularly this day and age, when you're going to get accused of politicizing everything, this movie had the balls to go there with an unlikable female protagonist who you can kind of, I guess, understand why she turns to doing what she does, but her sheer lack of remorsefulness and even her glee at what she does makes her a grade A villain, which, for really bloody, gory slasher films, that's pretty rare to have a female do that kind of thing. So, bit of an innovator here. Represent! So, just to top us off also, I do have one little plug or recommendation I want to make. I may not have been impressed by the dollar vampire, but I am enjoying what I consider to be a genuinely tasty beverage. Voodoo Ranger's Atomic Pumpkin. I might add, stay tuned, because I'm going to be doing a mega review of a bunch of different pumpkin beers. And yes, as I said, I'm that kind of totally ironic white person that, yes, I like pumpkin spice. Some pumpkin spice beers are just tap water. This is so awesome because it adds a really unique little twist. This has habanero pepper. You don't get any of that typical spice like nutmeg or cloves or cinnamon. No, habanero pepper. And when you sip this, you really taste it. It's got a phenomenal kick, which makes it really unique for the season and really great. It's supposed to be for a limited time. I do hope they'll consider bringing it back next October. I would hate to miss out on this again. So, topping off this video, vlog, whatever you want to call it, to anyone out there who dislikes my videos, hey, no big sweat off my brow. To anyone who likes them, hey, thank you so much. You guys kick ass. Continue to eat, drink, and be scary, and enjoy your lives. Happy October, everyone. There's lots more to come. Mwah!